Are you looking for an easy-to-install carpet replacement for your Jeep that's also durable and mold and mildew resistant? Well, look no further than BedRug's Combo Kit. Stay tuned to learn more. Before you buy, there is one thing to note. You can buy this in either the front and rear kits separately, or you can buy them in a combo pack like we have here on the table. So these products were provided to us by BedRug for review purposes. With that out of the way, let's get into the product itself. So the BedRug, the first thing you're going to notice in this video is the fact that this material looks a lot like carpet. And let me tell you, it also feels a lot like carpet as well. But it's made of a polypropylene material, which is essentially plastic. So we get the benefits of the carpet feel, also the benefits of a plastic material as well, such as resistant to chemicals, very easy to wash off. So when you do happen, and it's inevitable, when you do get these muddy or dirty, you can actually pull them right out, hose them off, and they'll be dry in about 20 minutes and ready to use again. And this adheres to your Jeep surface, or the metal of your Jeep in the back area, with this hook and loop system. How you're going to do this is you're actually going to remove the stock carpet in your Jeep, because that can wear out pretty quickly. So remove that, put your hook and loops down, and then adhere this to the hook and loop system, and you're done. It's really that easy. This also serves a double benefit of being very heat resistant, so if it's cooler outside, it's going to keep the heat in, and vice versa, if it's hot outside, it's going to keep the cool air in a little bit better as well. And it also does a great job at noise reduction as well, which is very important if you have larger tires on the interstate, because that can be loud and annoying. So this is the perfect kit for both heat and noise reduction. So for the installation today, we actually have Mike Timmons from BedRug.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good deal. He's going to lend us his expertise, and we're going to get this install underway. Jeep owners also have another option outside of the BedRug system, and this is the BedTred kit. Now the BedTred, unlike the BedRug, is made of a TPO material, and again it has those plastic properties as well, such as mildew, mold, and chemical resistance, and it's very easy to wash. However, unlike the BedRug, this is a very rigid. It looks very much and feels very much like a spray and liner would. However, it's not permanent like a traditional spray and liner would be. It's actually installed with a hook and loop system, so that anytime you want to remove this, you just pull it out and you're done, whereas you couldn't really do that with the spray and liner. So that's some of the benefits you get from the BedTred as opposed to the BedRug. All right guys, welcome back. What should we know, Mike, before we get this installation underway?
Well, what we're working here with is a two-door JK. Unlike the four-door, we need to remove the back seat just because it's not a stationary and permanently in the vehicle. So we'll go ahead and remove this rear seat, and then we'll go ahead and remove all the factory carpet kit out of here, and then we'll go ahead and install it. All right, now that we have the sidewalls, fender well area installed, we have a couple different options moving forward with the floor piece. We can now install a BedRug cubby cover, or we can use the factory. They don't work together though, so you will have to use one or the other. In this situation, we're gonna go ahead and use the factory cubby. Let's see that cover there. We have to reinstall the cover into its factory position. You have a couple different options. Every BedRug and BedTred material comes with a cutout wherever you need to do any type of trimming for accessories. In this case, this is for the factory subwoofer. You can trim this out, and a little bit of a tech tip here, if you cut this out at a 45-degree angle this way, you're not going to see the rough edge when you look down at it. So the other thing that we're going to do on this is we're going to trim off a couple of these extra length wings, is what we call them here, to fit underneath the factory plastic just like the factory unit did.
All right, Guys, so we have the rear kit installed now, and as you can see, it looks and fits very, very good. And one thing you want to note about doing this install is it's typically a good idea to start from the back and work your way up to the front. It'll just make your life a lot easier if you do it in that order.
All right, now that we have some of the Velcro on the front pieces, we need to install the heat shield. The BedRug material has a heat and sound protection built into it, but this will actually help against the exhaust and transmission temperatures coming through the floor. Okay. So it'll keep it much cooler inside.
Very good.
As you can see, these are notched with little tiny marks here and here, telling you exactly where you need to put the heat shield product.
All right, guys, so the BedRug kit's installed now, and we had the rear kit and the front kit. They took us about 30 minutes a piece, so about an hour total to do those installations. Very easy to do, very intuitive to do that installation. And the question comes up, well, why would I upgrade to a BedRug as opposed to just a factory carpet? And there's a few different reasons. So the BedRug itself is very mold and mildew resistant, being that polypropylene material. It's actually essentially a plastic material as opposed to that carpet, which when the carpet gets wet, it's very prone to mold and mildewing. Now the polypropylene material is also very resistant to chemicals and stains, so if you ever do spill anything, it's super easy to wash out. Just literally take the panel off, wash it off with a hose, let it dry for about 20 minutes, put it back in, and you're done. Now, a few of the things I want to point out. Number one is the fact that you still have full functionality, full access to your Jeep as you had it from the factory. So this rear cubby area, I can still open and close that like I could from the factory very easily. So I'm not losing any functionality due to the BedRug. In fact, I'm gaining a lot of great benefits as a result of this. Now, another one of the key points, number two, is the fact that you see the hardtop is removed. Now, you do not have to remove that hardtop to do this installation. We just did it for lighting purposes. It makes it easier to see for you guys at home. But overall, installation, very easy to do, and we get some great benefits as a result of it. So Mike, thanks again for coming out today and helping with this installation.
You bet. Glad to be here.
Could have done it on my own. Guys at home, if you want any more details about the BedRug kit, please check the description below. We'll have all that laid out for you there, part numbers, and even a dealer locator, so you can find this product at a dealer near you. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been Total Truck Centers in the Garage.